Hey guys, how you doing? Dr. Bill here with Thompson Healthcare and Sports Medicine Physical Therapy in our Lacey office. Today we're going to talk about the abdominal muscles and some rudimentary exercises just to get them a little bit stronger and keep that back a little bit healthier. Alright? Okay, we have Dr. Steph here to be our patient for today. But first thing I want to talk about is where the abdominal muscles attach. So essentially the abdominal muscles go from the bottom of the ribs to the top of the pelvis. So from here to here. So their job in essence when they contract is to make this space smaller and closer together. But really what they do more than anything is they actually stabilize the spine and help it move as a unit. And the abdominals are really going to be what connects the power from your lower body to your upper body and vice versa. And what we don't want is we don't want any leaks anywhere. Alright? Okay, so the first exercise here we're going to do is going to be called the dead bugs. Now a lot of people are familiar with sit-ups and crunches where you actually bring the top of the body towards the lower part of the body. This one, conversely, is actually going to bring the lower part of the body towards the upper part of the body. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to have Stephanie bring both of her arms up just like that. I'm going to put my hand under the small of her back as a cue. If you're doing this yourself at home, you could put your hands underneath there instead. And then what you're going to do is you're going to bring both knees up to about hip height. The goal here is to flatten the back down into your hands, like you're crushing a dollar bill underneath it. If there's a $100 bill under there, you don't want anybody to be able to get in there, get it, and get it out. If not, it's yours. All right? So go ahead, Steph. Perfect. Now what she's not doing is she's not bringing her knees towards her chest, she's bringing them kind of angularly up towards the ceiling, and that's going to get the lower belly muscles firing. Normally what we start with on this is 10-second holds, and we do them for 10 repetitions. If you have to do them for 5 seconds, 10 times if it's too difficult, and if you feel any back pain with this, I want you to stop, and we're going to talk about a regression in just a moment. So this is our first regression for the dead bugs. The reason we do this is if you have any back pain with the exercise, it probably just means that your legs are a little bit too heavy for your abdominals to be able to support it. So we're going to do the same thing with Steph's arms. She's going to bring them up just like that. Now with her feet on the ball, we don't want the ball touching her thighs. The goal again is going to be for her to flatten her lower back down into the ground. Go ahead, Steph. That's it. And you see how the motion is coming from down here. It's not coming from up by her shoulders or her chest, and she's keeping her head flat on the floor. If neck pain is a problem, you can put a pillow underneath your head. The other thing that you notice if you focus on her feet is that she's not pushing down into the ball excessively. So the ball is taking the weight of her feet, but she's not pushing into it to make the motion happen. So now we're going to talk about some progressions for the dead bug for when that 10 for 10 seconds feels a little bit too easy. First thing Steph's going to do is she's going to get into our dead bug position, and now she's going to lower one leg at a time so the heel hits the ground. She's going to keep her knees at the same bend the whole time, so it's just the hips moving. The goal here is that there should be no extra space under here happening, and she shouldn't feel like she's rocking anywhere. The big thing that this does is it teaches your body how to move your hips without the lower back doing any motion. From there, once that gets easy, she can start to do it where she straightens her leg to get all the way down to the floor, and then back up. And again, what you want to notice is that she's not moving in any direction here because she's doing a good job of keeping the belly muscles nice and tight. Normally we do each of these 10 repetitions on each leg for 3 sets. So now we're going to work on a top-down method for the abdominals, and this is going to be a partial Turkish Getup. What Steph's going to do for us is she's going to keep her left knee bent, and she's going to bring her left arm up, and she's going to point her palm towards the ceiling. The big goal here is to keep the palm towards the ceiling the whole time as she does this exercise. Her right arm is already out at about 45 degrees from her body. What she's going to do is she's going to sit up, keeping the hand towards the ceiling, and get onto her elbow. And then she's going to slowly lower it in reverse. The goal is for her to be able to do 3 sets of 10 repetitions, keeping the arm flat and keeping the opposite leg flat. She can start to add weight as she needs to, but again, the goal is to keep that hand directly to the ceiling the whole time. Okay, you'll know you're cheating if you put a nice ball in here, if it falls off because your arm starts coming forward to help you get it. Okay, so once the dead bugs and the Turkish Getups get a little bit easier, it's time to start trying the plank. Now everybody knows how to do a plank already, or at least they think they do, but the big goal here is to take what you learned in the dead bug and that positioning of your lower back with the dead bug and bring it to a plank. So Steph's going to show us a bad plank first, where she comes up and lets her stomach sag a little bit, and then what she's going to do is she's going to correct into that dead bug position right there. Perfect. And then she's going to hold that. Typically what we'll start with people is 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, and we'll do it for 3 sets. Okay, so you should have felt a bit of a difference with those planks doing the dead bug lower back. Now what we're going to do is if those planks get easy for 3 for 30 seconds, this is a nice progression. It's called stir the pot. So what Steph's going to do is she's going to do a plank on the ball. And then she's going to pretend she has a big wooden spoon in her hands, and what she's going to do is she's going to be stirring a large pot. So she's going to go clockwise 5 times, counterclockwise 5 times. And the goal is that the only thing that moves is her arms. See how stable she's keeping her back and her lower body? The only thing that's moving right now is her arms. Typically what we start is 5 sets of 5 in each direction, and then we progress to 3 sets of 10 gradually. So go ahead and try those out at home. Once you get to the stir the pots and you feel like you're comfortable with them, typically your abdominals are strong enough for just about anything. Thanks for following along, and we'll see you next time at Thompson Healthcare and Sports Medicine.